refreshed the Model S. They didn't do anything with the Model X yet. I don't know. We'll look at that. But they have refreshed. It doesn't look like much of a refresh, but this is new. And let me show you really what's new. Look at this interior. This thing is amazing. You have we don't know what size screen yet. It looks like a 17-inch monitor. The display or the charger is down here, like what it's in the Model 3 or the Y and the 3 now. That steering wheel is, oops, I went away from it. That steering wheel is a cut steering wheel because you have the center screen here, which is really cool. There's different interiors, black, tan, and white, of course, but this thing looks really cool. Back seat's a little different. Let me see if I can get over to some of the pictures here. We have the stock wheels with what we have now. Nothing major as far as that goes, but they do have different wheels. These are the new Arachnid wheels. This looks pretty cool now. The Arachnid wheels look like this for as far as the spokes, but these are the thicker rim, which adds more protection for that. Because those, like I said before in my earlier video today, talking about this, these are more for like everyday use. Those other wheels were really lightweight wheels and they damaged really easily. But the big news is Plaid and Plaid Plus. Huge differences, but Plaid is now $119,000 base price, and then Plaid Plus is $139,000. The difference really is, I don't know if you can see that, but Plaid, the regular Plaid is 390 miles on a full charge, which is huge, 200 miles an hour, and 1.990 to 60. That's the regular Plaid, the cheap Plaid, I guess. The faster Plaid, I think that's where we're getting the bigger batteries, the 4680 cells, and it's under 2 seconds, 0 to 60. I mean, the other one was 2, but this is under that. That won't be out till, let me scroll to the bottom, late 2021 still. But the regular Plaid you can get now, well, in March. It says deliveries in March. So the cool thing is they don't have a performance anymore. Well, that's what we ordered. So did we lock in a performance, which would be the Plaid, at the performance price, which was capped at, we priced out the whole car for $103,000. So are we gonna get this car for $103,000? That would be awesome. My buddy at Tesla's checking into that. Hopefully that's the case. But this is really cool. The interior, let me try to get to the interior here. Quite a bit different. There's actually a screen behind the center console. I don't know why it's not showing on this, but there's a screen right here for kids to play or for your gaming controllers, so kids can play the video games back there, probably while you're driving, not just up front. So we really want to see, Karen really wants to see what this is going to be involved in this screen. Karen loves having her backup camera on here, so since we have the two displays, what are they going to do? Are they going to allow that to split so you can have the backup camera on here, or are they going to make it like the Model 3 with just an extra screen? Hopefully that's not the case, but this looks really cool. This cut wheels on purpose, this is what they're going to have. That's so you can see this front screen a little bit better, and whether you like it or not, I don't know. That's going to be odd. I didn't think that was legal everywhere, but apparently it is. And the regular Plaid has 1,020 horsepower, 0 to 60, 1.9, like I said. 3 screens, carbon sleeve rotors. Is that going to have ceramic brakes with torque vectoring? Let's see here. This is just a breakdown of the performance. The long range, 0 to 60 in 3.1. That was 3.7 on the other long range. Let's see, range on that, it goes up to 412. And then, you know, the Plaid Plus is still at the 520 because I think those are going to have the bigger batteries, the better batteries. We still don't know yet if these are the 2170 cells. I'm hoping they are with those numbers. I think they would be because they need to pack more energy into the battery pack, and I think that's how they're going to do that. We will know shortly, but they dropped this when, I mean, that's crazy that they dropped this before they started talking about it. This was in the notes for the earnings call. And all-wheel drive system. So if you go back here, the Plaid, the cheaper Plaid, is still a triple motor. So they're not waiting for the big Plaid with the big miles. They're still doing the Plaid triple motor in March. They're hitting early. So this is like I said in my earlier video, Tesla is moving faster and faster with everything. The buildings, the battery technology, the cars. I mean, this is actually a refresh. Even though the outside looks similar, even though yes, it looks very similar, it's not. I mean, there's a lot of little changes to it. The side skirt's different. This fender looks like it's coming down straighter. The door panel looks less curved. To me, anyway, of course, this is a rendering. Matte black or satin black trim. I was kind of hoping for gloss black, but I think this is a really, really good update. Got Michelin Pilot Sport 4S's. Those aren't cheap. And you'll go through them quick. But this is probably the biggest change. This is not just a facelift like I thought. I thought it was just going to be a facelift, and I guess kind of on the outside it is a little bit of one. But this is a refresh of the interior. This is a really good. And I noticed perforated seats here. It doesn't say, I wonder if we can scroll to the interior details. It just talks about the 3 screens. Oops, clicked away from it. So there's the one screen, second screen. You move closer, Karen. So this is the screen from before. You got the one screen, the screen up front, and then you have the screen in the back for the kids. So you'll have controllers so they can play that. So it's different from there. And then, yeah, it says game from anywhere. And then up front here, they have the vents like in the Model 3. And with the cut wheel, that's actually going to help with the vents. And see anything different up here at all? Looks like there's a, okay, so it looks like the, what is that, the movie or the movie theater mode? Mm-hmm. So you can have that in the back. It looks like different controls back there. The yoke wheel. And
the steering wheel is definitely different.
Yeah, it looks like there's touch sensitive wheel here. There's little buttons here on the wheel itself, and then plus the scroll wheels, or the scroll nipples, I like to call them. Looks like those are there, plus some extra features. This is really, I think that's really cool. I know Karen at first was like, this is weird, but I think this is gonna look really nice in person. Again, these are all renderings on the computer here. 22 speakers.
My question is, what are they gonna do for those people who have orders in for performance, which is completely, they don't offer that anymore, so now what are they gonna do? That is a good view there.
Oh, they went away with the bar in the middle. Now it's a full glass roof like the Model Y and the Model. Well, the Model 3 had. No, this was like this before.
No, this was like that.
You're right. I'm thinking
only
of
the Model X is like that.
The Model 3. The Model 3 had that bar in the middle. So this is good. And then well, maybe we can find out the battery stuff here. The audio, comfort, convenience. This is all just the interior. Karaoke. Wireless and USB-C fast charging. Still has the HEPA filter. So this is live on Tesla's website, so you can go play with this, customize your car, either imagine buying one or actually physically making an order. But there's a lot of questions still that needs to be answered. Definitely needs to be answered for us because our performance car that we ordered is not there anymore. And when we go to our page there, it doesn't show the stuff we filled out before. It still shows the car there, but it doesn't show, let me see if I can go to it. I don't think there's any information on it. And if there is, I will cover it up.
With your hand?
Yeah.
That's my question is I want to know because I don't prefer to go up to that 119 price.
No.
But the difference is that the performance that I ordered, I think it went 0 to 60 in 2.3. This says 1.9. That is quite a difference.
Yeah. So here's our cars right now: the Y, the X, the 2 Roadsters, and then the Model S that we ordered. And when I click on it, this is going to go slow still because everyone's jumping on. You should be jumping on too as soon as this is over. This is going to be short. We're not going to do a long thing. But right here, it doesn't show any information. next step, they're going to call us. And Donnie already reached out to me, but they have to know that we don't know what's going on. So it shows that we ordered a performance or a car, but now it's not offered. So what are they going to do? So exciting times right now. Of course, we already know Tesla made a shit ton of money. So that's not part of the earnings call that I really cared about. I really cared about this. I mean, they haven't really updated the whole website. They've just updated placing an order. So just go to this and click order now, and you'll be able to play with this. You know what? Let's go to the Model X. See if they did the X.
Yeah, that was gonna be one of my questions. Is did they do a refresh with the X too, or was it just the S?
Yes, they did. The Model X is refreshed. Different wheels. They have long range, and they have a Plaid Model X.
Oh wow, they have a Plaid. Give me some.
2.5 0 to 60, 1,000 horsepower, 1,020 horsepower, just like the other one. Torque vectoring. Let's see. Did they do the same wheels? Different wheels on these. These look pretty cool. $5,500 for those wheels. Interior, 5-seater, 6-seater, and 7-seater. Same interior.
What's the 0 to 60 on the Plaid?
0 to 60 is 2.5. 0 to 60 on the long range is 3.8. That's just the long range. But 360 miles on the long range. What was it before? I can't remember. Was it 348, I think? I'm not positive. The range on the Plaid, 340. So that's actually gone up quite a bit because our performance is 305. Now they're at 340. Again, it still doesn't say anything about the batteries, but they have to be doing the 2170 cells to get that. I don't see how any other way of doing it. Of course, Chrome Delete, and of course the price went up. $85,000 base. The performance, the Plaid is 114. Actually, that's not much different than the Plaid S. So it's basically the same. Same doors.
The Plaid S is 119, I thought.
Yeah, you're right. So the X is cheaper. I wonder if they did anything about the doors. Let's see here. And that is April.
Is it showing them still with the...
Well, yeah, because the same button's there.
Okay.
And there's no thing for a sliding door like a minivan. So I think, I don't know, I still like the S better, personally.
Did they refresh the interior as well?
The interior, yeah, they redid the interior. It's the same pictures as the 3.
Oh, they're making it just like the S.
So it's identical to it. Still huge roof. And let's see if they have, where's the interior pieces? Let's see, the layout. So come on closer. So same thing, probably just taller. Still the panoramic windshield. 5-seater, 6-seater, and 7-seater. So that's the same. Same console, same everything on the interior as far as that goes. Same thing for the kids.
So they made the S and X exactly the same.
They're pretty much the same, which is kind of smart. It's kind of what they did with the 3 and the Y. They're sharing a lot of parts. I don't like that part of the wheel. It looks a little funky. It looks like a button. Like you should hit it and say that was easy.
Why doesn't there have it? Where's the T at? The T's gone.
The T it's embossed into the leather. Oh no, it just says Tesla.
Oh, it says Tesla now?
Yeah, it just says Tesla. Same speaker system. Again, it doesn't say anything about the batteries. We're gonna have to hear that from Elon and the gang, but I still like the S better. I don't know about you.
I don't know. I don't know if I want to. I don't know if I want the new S. I mean, it just
1.90 to 60. Are you serious? 1.99.
it just looks so different. The whole reason why I like the X and the S, the older version, is because I don't particularly love the center console monitor. I think it's a little bit hard now with that the thing you got where it rotates. I don't know what it's called. That's a little bit better because rotating the screen makes more sense.
This one won't do that because this is fixed.
Yeah, and that's what I'm worried about.
I think it's. I mean, yours is fixed now. in the
Yeah, but
X.
it's tilted. In the X, it's tilted towards me. And there, I have a hard time seeing yours, especially with the glare. Before you had the tilted. When it's tilted, it's fine.
Yeah, that's the tilted screen in the Model Y that is really nice. I really, you've seen it in my cars, I'm sure. But wireless charging, you have the large bin there. They went to a bin here instead of cup holders. That's nice. So
I
you have
do
a lot
like
more
that
space
better.
because those cup holders were stupid in the S and the X. Um, this we don't really have
We
people in
don't
the back
need
seat,
it,
so
but
it's not a big deal. But I think that screen on hot days, cabin overheat and protection, temperature controlled, without physical vents. So the vents are just like the 3 and the Y, which is fine. This reminds me of what the Cybertruck was like at the event. How the options are on the side here, so it looks like you'll be able to get to things easier, and then it's just a wide. So this is probably the 17-inch screen that was in the Cybertruck.
that would be better.
That would be cool. I shouldn't have gone away from that. And let's keep going over to the wheel. Let's check out the screen up front. So it looks like it's a wide view, so you're gonna have a bigger view of the street, even though the street is right in front of you. Anyway, that's why I don't understand why they show so much of this street when you can look out the window. What is this over here? That looks like a door. It looks like the door opener is over there. That's weird. It can't be. There must be a vent or something.
Here, take this. I'm going to get my computer.
So what do you guys think? Do you like this? Do you like what they did here, or do you like the old way? I like this. Let me go back to the perforated seats so you can see. Right here, you can see perforated seats. So they gotta be having air-conditioned seats. So there's no other reason why they would have that. Huh. I think this is cool. I'm excited for this. I like these wheels, but I don't know if I'm gonna pay $4,500 for those wheels. But yeah, this is a good update, I think. This is a really good update. Up on there, look on the dash. I don't know what material that is, but it looks like a screen. Looks like a screen material for the speaker system. Like there is all the way at the front of the 3 and the Y. Looks like there's going to be something up there. That's really cool. You got speaker there, speaker there. I think this is a good update. I think it's a solid update. Okay, here's the door. Okay, so the door is going to be like the Model 3. The controller's here, and then there's got to be a push button right up there. So it's an electronic door. Very, very interesting. Tesla is innovating so fast, and I think this is really cool. What do you guys think? Do you guys like this update, or do you guys, you think it's a facelift and not really a refresh? You gotta turn the volume down. Karen's getting on the computer so she can maybe answer some of your questions. But this is, do you like this wheel? Do you like the steering wheel?
Oh, the comments are turned off for some reason.
Oh, you have the comments off?
I didn't do that.
Well, there's live comments. Do you like that wheel? Do you think it's legal? I don't know, that's weird. It's weird, it's gonna take some time getting used to, but with autopilot, do you really use the wheel that much? That's the only thing. Backing up, yes, you're gonna use the wheel, and that might be a little hard backing up, but maybe Tesla's better at full self-driving. Maybe this is gonna come with a full self-driving beta for everyone. Maybe you won't have to use the wheel anymore. I don't know. I'm kind of liking this. At first, it was like a shock, but I don't know. That looks really cool. We ordered a white Performance, so hopefully we get the white Plaid, triple motor, 390 miles, 200 top speed, which we'll never get close to, and $199. So I don't like the potential savings. We'll do the actual purchase price. That puts it at well, let's spec out what our car would cost. Let's go. We're going to go with the standard wheels because we did that. White interior and add full self-driving, which, oh, they had an add button. It was different than the others. So I wonder if they're going to announce a monthly subscription to full self-driving, because that might be something we want to do. Not pay for full self-driving and just do a monthly subscription. I think it's worth looking into for sure. But super, super cool. Of course, it auto parks great. $131,000, $990. I said that wrong, but you know what I mean. Available in March for the Plaid version 1. Version 2 is another $20,000. But that's not going to happen until the end of the year. This is a different summon. I haven't seen this screen before. I'll let this play out for you. Do you think this actually happens in a parking lot? How many people have tried this with all those cars? And why wouldn't it have gone this way? Maybe it was a one-way because the stop goes all the way across. So let's go to payment. I'm not going to do that. But super cool. How many people ordered? Are you getting one? So we'll know very soon. They're going to have the earnings call very shortly, and I'm not part of it because I don't own any Tesla stock. I wish I did. Probably should have bought Tesla stock instead of a car. But I'll have a video of my thoughts after I can go through everything and really sit down and think, and possibly once we find out from Tesla what's happening with our car, with our order, what are they going to do? That's the biggest thing I'm worried about. Because if they don't do the performance, I don't want the long range. I don't want to go all the way to the long range. Yes, it's cheaper, but I wanted the performance. I wanted the 2.3, so they should be able to just bump us to the Plaid. We locked in that price. What do you guys think? I think we might just keep the X if they knock us off completely because we ordered the performance. So get on here, take a look at yours, and see what you would do. You know what? While we're here, let's see if they change the Model Y to the interior. I know people would ask. Let's do interior. Nope, it still has the old interior in the Y. So, thanks for watching. Watch the event. It's not really an event, but you'll see there's a lot of people live streaming it. I was just watching Galley's the live stream, Hyperchange, and that's how I found this stuff out. And then plus Tesla called me about this. So, super exciting news. As always, stay awesome, stay positive, and I'll catch you on the next one.
They said don't go.
Oh, wait, don't go? I'm sorry.
Come back.
What am I going to do? What do you want me to talk about? I have no other details about the car yet. I mean, here, Karen, take this and let me see if I can find more.
Why don't you go to that one video where that guy was talking, because he...
Ask me questions. What do you want to know? I'll look it up.
Now that I can see the comments, the live chat.
Ask me what you want to know about the car. We still don't know about the batteries.
Talk about the Model Y back seats, they said.
Oh,
and the venting from the front seats.
The venting from the front seats?
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't say that they're vented seats, but there's holes in the seats, which would indicate that where'd the interior piece go?
And someone
you can't see it on this, but maybe you can see a little bit, but all the seats are perforated.
Fritz says that in the earnings call they said that the screen will tilt right and left, so that's good.
Oh, that's perfect. Yeah, we don't have access to the earnings call.
And the last page, it says that they have vented seats. It says it on the last page, they said. Thank you, Anak.
The last page of...
Mm-hmm.
Right here, I missed it. Heated seats. Heated windshield. Ventilated front seats. So just the front seats are ventilated. I'm so excited. I just skipped
I know.
Triple motor. Ambient light.
So John Chess gave you a super chat.
Oh, awesome. Thank you.
Says you can't take it with you. Spend the big bucks.
Well, I'm not going to wait for the Plaid Plus. Is that going to be the naming? I wonder if they would name it differently. Are they going to put a turbo in this at all? Plaid Turbo?
Yeah, it's Plaid Turbo 4S. That's it.
Little punch back at Porsche. You know, I did a Porsche video where Karen and I drove a Porsche Taycan. And it's a great car. We loved that car, but it's a totally different car. But I think with this blows the Porsche out of the water as far as all the specs, as far as anything. If you're going to take the car on a track, you want to get the Porsche. This you're not going to really take on the track. I know some people will, but this is more of an everyday car. The Porsche is probably your third car if you're going to go with that route.
And Anthony, you should definitely buy Tesla stock.
Yes, definitely buy Tesla stock. Although it's probably going to. What is it doing today? Let's see here.
So I want you to go back and look at the Model X again.
Okay, I'll go back to the X. It's actually down right now, but
and that
of course it will be.
Came from DX Flamo. And Chris wanted to know, is there any chance that a new steering wheel will be coming for the Model 3 or Model Y?
I don't think so. I think this is just going to be exclusive because remember, the S and the X have been like dated. They've been, the 3 and the Y have been better cars for such a long time because they haven't changed these things. Now they're finally hopefully getting the batteries. Has anybody found out the batteries yet? Are we doing the 2170 cells? I haven't seen that on here, but they're finally updating these things to where they're going to be better than the S and the X. And I still think they're going to make these where they charge a little bit faster. I think we'll find that out. But do you want to know the Plaid Model X or the long range? You know what?
Joshua said the 2170 cells makes sense.
Yeah. And I think that's how they're going to get to these the speeds.
So Tesla Sean wants to know if you can go over the range. What would the range be?
On the X? The long range is 360 miles. On the Plaid, 340 miles. And the 0 to 60, the long range is 3.8, and the Plaid is 2.5. That's 0.2 seconds faster than what it is right now once you warm it up. Here's the cool thing. Right now you have to warm the car up for like a half hour to get the top speeds. And I don't really think we ever really got down to the 2.7, I think is what it's rated at. With these new batteries, I don't think you're going to have to. I think it's going to be like the 3 and the Y where the power's right there. I think it'll get better, but I think it's going to be where it's on-demand power.
Ding, ding, ding. We have a super chat from
Nice.
Do the Do.
Thank you.
And his question is, do you think that they will boombox?
Yes, these are going to have the speaker. They got to have the speaker. You know what? They're supposed to have a camera in the interior as well. Let's go to the interior pictures and see if we can find that camera. I don't know if it's, I don't know if the angle, yep, there's the camera right there.
Oh, wow, it does have one, doesn't it?
The the cabin camera is right there.
You want to show him?
Yeah, come up. So this is going to have the camera right above this rear view mirror. So they're just combining everything together, and I think this is going to be key for the robo-taxi. I don't know how many people are going to send out their 130,000, I don't know how many people are going to send out their $130,000 car for a robo-taxi, but this is pretty cool information.
We got another super chat from James Whitman, so thank you so much. Question is there a steering wheel heated? Is a steering wheel heated?
Let's go to the end and see. Because all the specs, well, let's see this. That doesn't say there. Let's go comfort.
Hi, Dario from Italy.
Heated seats, passenger, heated steering wheel, yes. Heated steering wheel and heated windshield.
Perfect.
Are they doing a heated windshield where they're putting an element in the windshield? That might be kind of cool. Instead of having the vents up there, you do a heated windshield. I mean, that's old technology. Ford had that a long time ago, and Mercedes had that, but I bet you Tesla would kind of perfect it. You saw the wires before in the Ford. I remember that one.
And Jason Perez is wanting to know about the pricing again, especially the difference between the X and the Y. So you want to go over and give a quick summary of both cars?
The X The X pricing, long range starts at $85,000. The Plaid starts at 115. I just rounded up to those because you're going to add features to those. Nothing changed on the 3 and the Y. Nothing has changed on there, but it's really just the S and the X that have changed here. Full self driving is the same price, $10,000. Nothing, no difference there. It just says, still says capable or capability. It's not, doesn't say that we're going to get the beta at all or when we're going to get it. But the X is available in April. First deliveries will be in April, and the March is for the S. And let's see if we can find any other interior pictures.
And Enoch wanted to know why we're considering the new Model S rather than the Model X. And that is because that's my car. This is Karen. And I got the Model X after I had 3 back surgeries right in a row within 6 months of each other. And so I was really struggling with, and I had an S prior to that, and I was really struggling with getting inside the car and it being comfortable. And the X just, it felt so much better. But we really don't need that big car. And so I would like to go back to my S. And with this new, we ordered a performance, which they don't offer the performance. Hopefully they will honor the price that we had, which is 103, but the new Plaid is 119, which you can't get as early as March, and that's when our car says it's coming. But our question is, are they going to honor the price, or are they going to make a price adjustment? And so that car, now the Model S Plaid, which is the now I guess replaces the performance, now goes 0 to 60 in 1.9 second. That's as fast as the Roadster. So now I can't even imagine what the Roadster does.
We're going to need Neuralink just to stay awake with the Roadster.
Yeah.
People are going to black out in the Roadster. I mean, they already get nauseous in these cars now, but that's going to be ridiculous. They're going to have to sign waivers just to go and rise.
Hey, Neil from England.
So all the trim is black. I was hoping that they would do a shiny black with the S and the X. I know a lot of people are indifferent about that, but I think just to make it look different than the 3 and the Y. But I get it. I understand because they're using the same cameras. Might as well just make just black ones. But I don't see too much different on the outside as far as, except for, I mean, these are renderings. These aren't real pictures of the car. So not that much looks different. The rear end looks a little different, and this fender does look a little different. It looks less, let's see, that crease goes out. If we just go to the Model S, because they haven't changed anything. They got rid of the chrome here, and the front grille is a little different, but it's not much different on the outside. The fog lights are just like the Model 3 and the Model Y. Actually, if you do that, you don't even know if it's a Model 3 or a Model Y. They kept the nose cone there, or the grille, which hit or miss. Looks like the headlights are different, which is good because the headlights on the S and the X suck. They're not very bright, so hopefully these are a lot brighter. The 3 and the Y have such good headlights, and hopefully they bring it to this.
Hey, Harry from Norway. Thanks for tuning in.
Let's see.
And I saw Kev from France. We're having a
nice
reaching the countries.
Yeah.
Love it.
The charging port. The charging port looks the same, so it looks like they're not going to a CCS adapter or a CCS plug as well, unless they do that on the other side of the car. But I don't see Tesla doing that. So it looks like it's going to be the same charger here, probably something different overseas.
And the super chat is enabled, so if you really want to get your question answered, feel free to use that because those pop up. Thank you for those who have already used that.
Yes, thank you. I do like these wheels, but man, $4,500 for these wheels. I think we'll pass on those. We can get some other wheels and not look like everyone else's car.
Chris Jones said, hey, I noticed that the liquidation is almost gone of the used X and S. I actually picked up an older model. I figured it would have changed the screen orientation.
Yeah, the liquidation's pretty much gone. There's not many Model X's out there, although ours is. If you want to buy our car is still for sale. Ours is a 2019 Raven Model X, 42,000 miles on it, full self-driving. It's got full stealth PPF wrap on the car, so it's a the satin finish over top of the midnight silver, white interior, 5 seats. Beautiful car. Ours is available.
And Jason asked, did the Model X get refreshed? And yes, it did.
Yes.
The interior of the Model S and Model X both refreshed, and they look exactly the same.
Yeah. Just the X would be higher, just like it is in the Model X.
Yeah, and this is all on Tesla website, so if you can
Yep.
go there, you can follow along as Brian's talking, but you can actually all go there and see that right now. So we have another super chat. Thank you, Tyler.
Thank you.
It says, do you think the Plaid Plus is worth it over long range for either the S or the X? And do you think that it's a gimmick or you'll use twice when you've never, gimmick, you'll use twice, then never again?
No, I right now I would not wait. It depends on what you're looking for. Right now, looks like they're the 2170 cells in the cars that are coming out now. But the Plaid Plus, those will have the 4680 cells. Those are the brand new cells. Those will charge super fast. You'll probably be able to charge that car to 80% in 10, 15 minutes or something like that. That's going to be the batteries are ridiculous, and I was doing some research on the batteries, and I might do a video on what they actually look like on the inside, because they don't just look like confetti like they showed you on there. But if you want to wait for that, the range is not important. Personally, I don't think the range is important because there's superchargers all over the place. You're going to pass superchargers either way, whether you buy this one or you wait for the Plaid version.
But I disagree because I think the range is important. For instance, my mom lives about 3.5 hours away, and I love to just go all the way and not have to stop.
Yeah, but 390 miles.
But 390 miles is absolutely perfect.
Yes.
But what does the long range get?
The long range gets 412.
Oh yeah, that's plenty.
It only went up a little bit. It was 403 before.
Yeah, that's true.
So that hasn't changed much, but the Plaid, 520.
And Tyler also wanted to know what's your thoughts on the new wheel design.
The 21s, I'm assuming.
Mm-hmm.
The 21s. I think.
Or maybe I don't know if Tyler, did you mean steering wheel or wheels? Probably wheels.
Probably a steering wheel, because those look like the other ones. These I do like these.
We'll just talk about both the steering wheel and the wheels.
Well, I'll talk about these. These are like the Arachnids before. The spokes are a lot like what the Arachnid wheels were. Those were referral wheels that you could only get that way. But it had a very lightweight ring around them where you can dent those really easy. Those were made for super lightweight, so you can get the 0 to 60 speed really low, and that was the reason for those. These are really cool. These look like they'll hold up better and keep the dirt off because there's a ridge on the inside, so the dirt won't come flying out as much. But they're expensive, $4,500.
So someone just asked a really good question. I want to do you realize, and I didn't notice this, and who said that? Because I actually want to give them credit. Javier said there's no stalks. There's no steering wheel stalks, for turn signals and...
Oh, and you probably push it on the screen.
Even for a turn signal? How would you signal that you're turning left or right? That's a really good point, Javier. Thanks for bringing that up.
Let's go to... Yeah, I don't see...
And Tyler meant the steering wheel.
Okay. Well, let's talk about the steering wheel. There's a closer picture of this. Wait, let's look on the screen and see if you push the button. The screen... That would be really clunky if you pushed a button on the screen to put your turn signals on.
Yeah, that's what we got to figure out. That's going to be very interesting. See, there's no stalks.
Okay.
Javier called it.
All right, hold on. Turn signals are here.
Oh, they're push button. Mm-hmm.
Turn signals are there. Your lights are there. Those look like a touch-sensitive steering wheel. Your horn is there. Why is your horn there? Isn't the horn there? And then your wipers. Looks like there's something right there, but it might be fuzz. No, that's your autopilot. That's your autopilot there. your microphone, and yeah, you're right. Where do you put it into drive?
Yeah. Where's it at?
Maybe you just use the voice and say drive.
Start and drive. Autopilot, go.
Tesla, drive.
We got a couple of super chats here. John checks who was a super chat before says, when you get your wife's new car, are you going to burn the tires off at the racetrack and let Kyle film you? Haha.
Well, Kyle's not around here anymore. Kyle's out in Colorado.
I know. Don't make me cry. It's so sad.
We can still go to the track.
But you're gonna visit him.
Looks like there's carpet on the other side of the door panel there.
And thanks, Tyler. Tyler did another super
you.
chat. Said he did mean the steering wheel. It looks cool, but he worried about it not being that comfortable.
Actually, you know what? Talk about that. The flat bottom here. You know when you're in autopilot, excuse me, when you're in autopilot and your hand rests on here, well, the steering wheel's up higher. When your hand touches this, sometimes it doesn't recognize that your hand's there. This is a flat section. You can move, people with smaller hands, they can move their hand farther out, and it's going to stay engaged in autopilot a little bit better. You won't have all the nags pop up on the screen. So I think that's a good feature. Flat bottom. The only bad thing about this is parking your car is going to be a little bit more hard. You know, you can use the auto park and hopefully that gets better and faster. But when you're trying to turn, it's, you know, Knight Rider. He had to. It's gonna be awkward.
Yeah, and Tyler said they should have made it an option. You know, where you can get one one or the other. But my question is, I think maybe the reason why they didn't is because of the new display. I think it would impede on your visuality. What's the word? Your visualizing. Yeah,
That's
ultimate focus on driving. It says.
Oh, it says right there, no stocks, no shifting.
Read that, honey. What does it say?
You can enjoy the rest of driving.
So it says the ultimate focus on driving, no stocks, no shifting. With the stockless steering yoke, you can enjoy both of the best in the car to drive and best in the car driven in.
But it doesn't say where you shift.
Yeah, that's interesting. We got another super chat from Days Passing. Do you guys know what would happen to my order if I ordered the Model S 3 weeks ago and now they changed it to Plaid? Would I get the Plaid? And that is a great question because we are exactly in the same boat as you. So thanks for that question. We did order a Performance a few weeks ago. Actually, it was already set up. We already had all of our details in there. And now today, do you want to show them that again, honey? When we go to our actual account, all of the information is gone. Now the car's still there. It still says we have an order, but the information on delivery is now missing.
The website's slow because everyone's on this right now.
So what we hope for is, because with the Performance, the one that we had done with Full Self-Driving ended up being around $103,000. Now with this Plaid, which now replaces the Performance, which is great because it's better, it's faster, 0 to 61.9, but the price on that is now $119 base price.
It still has a reservation number with 103,490. So I don't know. Preparing. So the next step is payment. So I wonder what's going to happen. But Tesla did call us already.
Yeah, the first thing is we got a call immediately from Tesla, told us that, which was amazing. So thank you so much for that. But reached out to say, hey, I'm going to check on your order. We're going to check to see if they're going to honor that price or what's going to happen. So I was super excited to know that they were engaged in helping us, and their customer service is amazing.
So we'll find out, and of course I'll do a video on that once we know the answer. Again.
Yeah, and so and I apologize, I'm not sure how to say your name, but so a good question here. It says, how are you going to steer if you can't hold the top of the steering wheel? So how do you steer with those yoke type steering wheels if you can't grab the top to turn it?
Well, you're just gonna on the sides like a race car, really. I mean, you're supposed to be 10 and 2. They say 10 and 2 when you're driving, but really the good position is 3 and 9. That's the most comfortable position, but I think they're going towards, where's the interior?
They want you to go back to the X because they're saying that there's a lot of messages in here around the doors. They think maybe the doors might be gone, but right there it shows them still opening.
That's the old one.
Oh, that's the old?
But the doors is the same. There's a hinge up there, a hinge right there. Let me turn the
What if it opens the other way?
down. Well, it's handicap accessible.
Well,
Then.
no, what I'm saying is, what if it opens up this way? Like,
oh, suicide door?
yeah.
No, they would have said that. They didn't change structure of anything except for the structure of the battery. They changed, I guess, cosmetic and facelift stuff. So those doors will be the exact same. I'm sure it says somewhere. If we go to, where's the features? Let's see, Model X, battery. Swing over. That battery pack looks a little different. Does that look different to you guys? Is that the new battery pack with the 2170 cells? Someone's at the front door. Basic autopilot. It doesn't say anything about oh, here. There's the doors. The doors go up.
Okay, there you go.
Automatic
Perfect.
doors. So they're the same. Like I thought, they're the same. You can still do that with everything. Featured 91 cubic feet. I didn't realize there was 91 cubic feet of storage in the Model X. That's huge.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, this is a really cool, really good update to probably the oldest looking Teslas that we've had, because it really hasn't changed much. Still hasn't changed much on the outside from 2012. There was an update in 2016, just getting rid of the nose cone, really. But this is the first major refresh of the Model S and the Model X. Actually, the only refresh of the Model X. And I thought they weren't going to do anything with it. And you can see that cloth up here again. This is on the Model X, so it's a little bit higher. You can see the cloth up on the dash. It looks like cloth anyway. It's probably where all the speakers are, because there's 21 or 22 speakers in this thing. It's huge.
So Orlando says, I'm not impressed. I prefer the old look. And I'm kind of torn. I'm right there with you a little bit, only because I've got so used to it, and I love the middle console because I can keep my backup camera on all the time, and I've kind of become dependent on that. So I know that people may be questioning, and I do like this. I think the look is cool, but I'm a little torn. I like my Model X design a little bit better. At least it's more comfortable anyway, feeling. That looks a little bit too techy to drive around in. Full self driving better be really good, so it just gets up and goes.
I don't know. I like it. And if you like the old design, ours is for sale.
Maybe.
It is.
Brian wants this new Model S, but I don't know. I'm kind of partial, and I love my car, and there's nothing wrong with it. So
I'm sure you guys want me to get it too. It's not my car; it's Karen's car, but she doesn't like my lifted Model Y as much.
No, I like the look, but for a daily driver, no, thank you.
Well, what she doesn't like is the wheels kind of rubbed a little bit, and I did a whole video where I scraped that down, but it wore through the plastic liner, and now I've got a flap touching when I turn all the way, so it's like spokes in the wheels. I just got to fix that, and that'll be fine. I'm gonna try. I'm seeing if I couldn't find where it said it was a tilted screen. Where was that tilted screen area?
I think. Let me see if I look back.
Is it all the way in the back here?
Yeah, Martha said
17-inch display.
Yeah, Martha says, dang, you have two Teslas. Yes, Brian has a Model Y and I have a Model X.
So the front screen is a 17-inch display. The screen in front of the wheel, the half wheel, I guess, is 12.3. It's because it's a wide, short wide one. And the screen in the back is an 8-inch screen.
Hi, Matthew from North Carolina. Are you near Charlotte?
It doesn't. I haven't seen anything where it says the screen tilts though.
So RUKXL says, I live a few steps from the showroom. A few days ago, a bunch of new Teslas arrived, but I don't know if those were the new versions freshly shipped.
Not yet.
Yeah, I think the new versions won't be out till March.
It says March, and the Model X says April.
And that's actually what our Model S order says also. It says March. Oh, Matthew's from I thought it said Kernersville, but Kennansville? Half between Raleigh, halfway between Raleigh and Wilmington. Yep, never been there.
The Model X switched to 19-inch wheels for standard wheels. Because they have 20s now, they went back to the 19-inch wheels, probably for a better ride.
Hi, Maxine from.
So are these 22s then? Yeah, these are still 22s, but see what the S did. I didn't catch that before.
Hi, 21J Tech from Albany.
Okay, so it's still 19-inch wheels, and these are 21-inch wheels for the S.
Hey, JG from San Francisco.
They still kept the chrome Tesla logos. Gross.
Tyler's got a super chat again. He said, number one, the feature details you can see on the, what's that mean? Ford? FWD? What does that mean? It's still a thing.
Front wheel driving.
Front wheel driving. Thank you.
Oh,
I'm not a car enthusiast. And then number two, any knowledge on charging times on the refresh versus current?
well, if they're 2170 cells, it's going to be at least 250 at a V3 supercharger. So, but this is should be a 100 kilowatt pack. Maybe it's a little bit more. So it would charge a lot faster, because on supercharging, you don't charge fully to get to the next supercharger. You just charge enough to get to the next supercharger or skipping one. So with a bigger, like I've done this analogy before, you fill in a cup full of water, the first third charges way faster than the second third. So if the cup is bigger, that first third is that much bigger. So you can probably charge half a battery at 20 minutes probably, and that's more than enough to get to the next supercharger. So yes, I think this will charge a lot faster than the 3 and the Y. Even though the speeds will be the same, possibly they'll be higher. I haven't been able to see if they're going to boost those up, but I was hoping that they would bump this up to 270 just to do what the Porsche's doing.
All right, so I got a super chat from Cobra Told Ya. Hey everyone, why did the Model X price increase? Did they bring unlimited supercharging back? That's a great question.
Let's see. I have not seen that. And I would say no to that. I would say no to free supercharging. I would say no to free supercharging, just because it's not, the whole point of paying for supercharging is to increase the the Model S adds up to 200 miles of range in 15 minutes. Wow, that's more than half in 15 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, again, 15 minutes, 200 miles on the Model S. That is very fast. And it would say right there, because they're talking about supercharging there, it would say if there's free supercharging. The whole point of paying for supercharging is to increase the amount of superchargers. So they put that money back into the network to make more and more V3s out there. That's really fast. That is a huge upgrade.
Mm-hmm.
Because your car, right, the current ones now with the 1876 cells, 18650 cells, they charge really slow, and they can only go up to peak at 200 kilowatts. This would be, that's got to, well, it doesn't say what kilowatts, but it's got to be 250. But again, that first third of the battery is a lot bigger in this than it is in the S in the Y and the 3. You get 25 or 30 extra kilowatts. So,
Hi, Christian.
hi, Christian. Is that
Kevin
enough?
and Christian are watching.
Still the same space on the inside. Cargo capacity 28 cubic feet. no difference there. The mobile app. Okay, here's your remote control with the key. Oh, Karen had a coughing fit.
She left.
I got a new camera person. Hello, Ashley.
Do I get paid? Do I get paid for this?
No, but
I need to get paid for this.
If you're in the Charlotte area and you're looking for window tint, check out Sunstoppers. My daughter works there now, but check out Sunstoppers. There's 8 locations all over the place, and they do great tint.
8 in Charlotte. There's like 29.
There's like, well, all over, yeah, in Charlotte there's only 8, but there's like 29 locations all over the country. Hit their website up because they're all over the place. They do the best work, and they'll be doing more work on mine if we get the new one. So the Model S and the Model X has a phone key now. I'll take that.
Oh, thank you.
The Model X has a phone key now, just like the Model 3 and the Model Y, which is really good. The only bad thing about that is when you have a phone key, if you have 2 Teslas, I know this is first world problems, but if you're swiped over to one car, it won't open the other one. So I hope, because this is being a Bluetooth key, I hope it would work with both keys no matter what, or both cars no matter what. I don't like that feature that you have to swipe over back and forth, because you forget if you're looking at, if you're driving that car last and you want to drive the other car, you go push the door handle and it doesn't open up. So please, Tesla, please, it's just Bluetooth. Make them all work. So you missed it, but the phone key in this now, your phone is the key, you don't have a key fob, which is really cool. I like that. I don't know if you like that, but I don't know if you like that either. But if you have an iPhone, it works probably 99% of the time. It works for me. The only time it doesn't really work for me is when I'm wearing a mask in a store and I have to put my code in to get into my phone, and then if I walk right back out there, it realizes that my face wasn't detected on there, and sometimes the car doesn't open up. I just have to move the mask down and it works just fine. But once this pandemic's out of the way, the phone key will work just fine. But I'm sure they'll have a remote if you want that. Any other questions?
Chris says his key fob works 100% of the time.
Perfect. Trying to think if I see anything different on this at all. Besides the interior.
Yeah, there's a lot of good comments on the new refresh. People are really loving it.
Yeah.
Except for Orlando, but we'll let that go.
Well, I mean,
I'm with them.
You can buy a used one at a good price. And I saw the email pop up. The guy I was talking to about my car.
There's some mixed feelings about them not having any stocks anymore.
Well,
you got an email about the Model X already?
Well, the guy I was talking to before.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I put it in the chat if you wanna email and ask about it. Feel free.
The stock thing, I think the buttons are going to be on the screen to go into drive over here. It would make sense. I wonder if I can zoom into the screen.
Yeah, so Ginion says, where are the gear shifter? And we don't know, actually. The turn signals are now on the steering wheel, but we don't actually see where you put it in the park. I'm assuming it's going to be on the screen somewhere.
Let me see if I can zoom into the screen at all.
And Kevin's asking, is the charging speed faster?
It's faster because of the battery's bigger. You're going to be able to charge enough to get to the next charger faster, because that first third charges much faster when you have a 25% bigger battery. Is it 25%? No, it's from the Model S has a 74 kilowatt battery pack, or maybe 80. We don't even know what this is. It's 100, maybe 120.
Everyone's asking about the buttons on the steering wheel again. Do you want to pull up that picture and show that?
So it shows the car over here on the screen, and then these are just like dots, like dot, dot, dot when you're writing something out. But it doesn't show anything. Oh, look at that, air quality.
Here, why don't you show them?
It looks like it's going to show the air quality of the car. 131, well, I don't know what that means. but it just shows the car there and then dots. So I'm assuming, I mean, we're in the screen for adjusting the climate control, but it doesn't show anything different as far as that goes. But let's go to the wheel. Okay.
Remember, if you want to ask a
Okay.
question, Super Chat's open. And that automatically gets your question in front of us.
All right. I'm trying to zoom in here and hold the phone at the same time. It's a little awkward. So the steering wheel, right in the center, it says Tesla. There's no T there anymore. And over on the stocks or the steering wheel nipples here, you have just like the Model 3, but you have your voice, your wipers. That is actually cruise control. And then your horn is right there. It looks like your horn.
Yeah, Osing Boy says, how do you like the Model S nipples?
They're really fun to play with. But your lights,
Your kids are in there.
I know my kids are here, but they're older. Your lights are there and your turn signals are over there. So I don't know if you actually push those or if they just light up when they're activated. It would be kind of cool. Autopilot's right there. Your thumb is right on the wheel here and you just reach over and it actually looks like I'm driving right now. And you can just push on the autopilot right there. And I guess the horn would be there as well. But I wonder why didn't they just, I mean, that's the universal horn button. Maybe, you know what? Maybe the drive buttons are on the back half of the wheel. The park, reverse, and or you just say it. You hit the button, say reverse.
We have a Super Chat from Rick K. I don't see a question though, so if you have a question, please let us know.
Well, thank you for the Super Chat. So yeah, this is really cool. The other cool part is I got a lot of cool stuff here on the table that I have to review. Just giving you a little sneak peek. But what other questions you got? I'll try to answer them if I can. Looks like, I mean, all this is the same. Looks like we might have summon, maybe a little bit better summon. Navigate on autopilot.
So John has another Super Chat. So thank you so much, John.
Yeah, thank you.
How about the roof rack or a trailer hitch so you can put a spare tire on the roof like you do?
I'm sure they have a roof rack. I'm sure they have those little pins there. There's a bracket that fits underneath the glass, really, and that's how it holds down. They wouldn't have a roof rack on the X at all, but I'm positive they have towing on the X. Let's see if we can see that. Although you can't see that anyway from the X because it comes from underneath. It's like a gooseneck thing, a reverse gooseneck.
Whitaker Bennett says that in the Model X pictures on the website, it shows that the steering wheel lights up.
Well, I'm sure there's backlight. Let's go to the pictures here then.
Muhammad said that too, that the buttons on the steering wheel light up. You can see them.
Yeah, these are lit up. The X, they're lit up. The S, they weren't.
And Brian BM says, Brian, was the Model 3 display to go behind the steering wheel on your table?
Yes, but this is the prototype. The one's not out yet. I just got this today. It was supposed to be later on, but this is the prototype one that they've been testing that I showed on the video, and I have to send this back, but they wanted to send it out to me so I can play with it and show you guys before the next one comes in about a week or so. So yes, that is the
you guys are definitely getting a sneak peek. So Rick K wrote back, 131 equals maybe parts per million.
Yeah, good point.
And then Tyler, thank you, Tyler. Super Chat, his question is, do you notice any difference in the interior on the X besides the steering wheel, the front screen, and center console? Is there any other little touches you notice?
Their wood dash. Is there a wood dash now?
There's something on the side beside the steering wheel. And the display looks completely different than the current Model X too.
Well, yeah, I mean, the display and...
the console, the cup holders are different. They have looked like it opens up instead of now being...
That slides forward like the 3 does now. Looks like the same charging, just like the 3. Oh, your hazard button is down there now. Because it's not up there. The camera's up top there
You have the
for the
wireless
interior.
charging now.
And then it looks like a big pocket over there in the door. Looks like different cloth interior. And then the wood dash wraps around a lot like what they have in the Y over in China right now. Which that didn't change on the 3s here. Actually, I didn't look at the 3. Could have been.
And the Mohabba's asked, yeah, I wonder if anything changed on those. We probably should take a look at
I looked
that.
at the Y. Nothing changed on the Y. So I wouldn't assume that nothing changed on the 3. But you know what they say about assuming.
Big Philly says, active noise canceling new. How well will it work?
I think it'll work really well. Does it have it? I didn't see that.
Herman said, they made the exterior so whack.
Whack. Wiggity wiggity whack.
All right, we have a Tyler. Thank you. I see you have another super chat. I didn't see another question. Let me know what you have on your mind.
Yeah, it does say 22 speakers, and probably some of those are for the noise canceling. So not
This is from Tyler May. Sorry, I made a mistake. I just want to correct myself real quick. Sorry to interrupt you. This is from Tyler May. So Tyler May, if you have a question, please let us know what it is. Thank you for super chat.
So there's 22 speakers in the car, 960 watts. I think 22 speakers, not all of those are for the sound systems. Probably some of those are for the noise cancellation because it does have new microphones, enables noise cancellation. I think that's really cool because the cars are already quiet, but the problem with that is the car not making any engine noise or anything that drowns out a lot of the noises. The problem is you hear other noises on the road. You hear wind noise and things like that, and this is going to be way quieter than the 3 and the Y, which are already quiet, but this is going to be really nice, especially. And then when you go to Sunstoppers, get your windows tinted, that helps even more, especially that windshield, that thin layer, that soft layer kind of dampens the wind noise. I noticed that on every car that we've done.
So thank Tyler May for writing in the chat. Says was just noting the inside door handles are similar to the 3.
Mm-hmm.
Any idea about the rear AC with the screen?
The rear AC, we can go to the...
Because remember the AC used to be in the middle there, so where is it now? I think that's what Tyler May's getting at.
Right up here. There's vents right there.
Okay.
Looks like that might be vents for, I don't know. Well, there's going to be vents underneath the car, or underneath the seats like before. But it looks like there's little vents up right on top. And this is an 8-inch screen, by the way. So this is really cool for kids. You can be driving back there, but then you can have wireless controllers and you can play games back there while you're driving.
I think Tyler and Tyler May are playing tricks on me because now Tyler did a super chat. It said, noted, thanks Tyler. Notice that the X has an updated front end, more like the Roadster now. A pic of comparison if you want to see the before and after. And he left a nice link to us. So thank you for that.
Let me go to the, if I can go to it.
And we have a super chat from Gordon Lowe. So thank you, Gordon. Appreciate that. If you have a question, please put it in the chat. I'll be happy to answer it or tell Brian to answer it.
I think this looks a little bit more rounded, but I don't think it looks much more different. Most of the change is right here in the fog light in the front bumper, I think. I believe the hood's going to be the same. And this large opening, well, there's the difference right here is if this is a black piece in the Model X that we have now it's one solid piece like the Model 3 and the Model Y. And then the Model Y fog light, which is blacked out too.
Yeah, so if you just joined, you can check out all these new changes on Tesla's website. They are up and live now.
Different taillight too. That line is new.
Mm-hmm.
That spoiler still doesn't look active. It's a solid spoiler.
So John just super chatted, why don't you pass the Model X to Ashley, Dad?
Ashley likes her little Mini Cooper. It's not electric, but it's a really cool car.
You want to say hi, Ashley?
So No, we're not going to pass that car down to her. It's a big car. She doesn't like a big car. She likes smaller cars. She did learn on the Model 3 though.
Yes, she
liked
did.
that.
It was a good. All right, so I think we need to close up. Thank you
Yeah.
so much for all your super chats. We
Yes,
really
thank you very
appreciate
much.
all your support. It means so much.
I will be having a video tomorrow going over what I'm gonna study this a little bit more and see the changes and give you my opinions. And maybe not tomorrow. I want to find out from Tesla what they're doing about our car because I think that's important.
We have a big video coming up on your.
What? The
What did you
walls?
just get installed
The walls?
yesterday?
Yeah, we just got power walls installed. They're not finished. They're not on yet. The inspector has to come tomorrow, and then they have to hook them up to Tesla. So that'll be probably next week sometime. But anyway, thanks for watching, and stay awesome, stay positive, and I'll catch you on the next one.